Hello, and thank you for joining us for the Fragile Decade presentation. My name is Sean McDermott. I'm the president of Summit Investment Advisors, and I'm joined here today with Jeannie Underwood-Cottner. She's a senior vice president at Global Atlantic Consultant.
I am absolutely fascinated with these internet acronyms. Sometimes it's like a whole nother language in my house with these children. And if we were a live audience, I would ask you how many people know what this one is, FOMO. And it's a very popular one. And you would probably all answer the fear of missing out. And that's exactly what FOMO is. And I have to tell you this. I feel very important. I feel very passionately about this, is that we have to get this conversation right with our clients entering the fragile decade. And I would also ask this question to you. If you were a 65, well, Sean, I'll ask you this. If you were a 65-year-old in the 1960s, do you know on average how many years that you would have lived in retirement? 65-year-old in the 1960s, how many years?
Oh, goodness. I would say average life expectancy back then, maybe age 70, 5 years.
So you're dead right. All right. So it's 4.5 years. And so, typically when we do this, we have people shout out all kinds of numbers. We'll say 20 years, 15 years, 10 years. It's usually double digits, and it's 4.5 years. So think about this. We're going from the 1960s. We're going from 4.5 years in the 1960s to today. If you are a 65-year-old couple sitting in front of me today, the probability that one of you will live to age 90 is over 50%. So people are living, it's crazy. Think about that. People are living, right? 20, 25, 30, 40, 50 years in retirement, over a third of their lifetime in retirement. So I think about this acronym, and I think about what you and I do in this industry. We got to get this conversation right, because we do not want our clients suffering from FOMO, from the fear of missing out on anything. And that's really why we want to have this conversation. And here's another thing I want to just offer to all of you. See, from the way the brain works and the psychology of why this conversation is so important. You see, our entire lives, we live in patterns and structure. And we kind of always know the next step, right? We're born, we're taken care of. We go to school, we go to high school. Most of us, especially now, our kids, they'll go to college, they'll study something, they'll get out, they'll get jobs, they start families. They always kind of know the next life step. And then all of a sudden we get to this point, this major life transition into retirement, and there's no more life manual. And you see, the brain is wired to always find patterns to jump into. And when we can't find a pattern, we can't find a structure to jump into, that's when our brain goes into overdrive trying to look for it. And that's where that anxiety starts to come into our lives. And so the way that we designed this blueprint, these steps to lead up to, instilling this confidence is to help you find this new pattern, to find this new structure. So when you do jump into retirement, hopefully we can eliminate as much as we can that anxiety of this major life transition, the biggest that most people will ever experience. So let's take a look. Let's take a look at.
Excuse me, Gina. Yeah, I on that prior slide, the FOMO slide, there should be another slide called FORO slide, and that would be fear of running out. I think when they poll retirees, because of the life expectancy these days, that's one of the greatest fears, is fear of running out of money.
Sean, I love that. I'm writing that down right now. FORO. Is that it? FORO.
Yeah. FORO.
Fear of running out.
So if you'd like further information about the Fragile Decade presentation, workbooks, and steps that you can work through, feel free to email us at info@summitinvest.com, or visit my website, www.summitinvest.com. And you can download this material from here, or you could feel free to call my office, 651-490-2939, 651-490-2939. And we'd be more than happy to meet with you. Our financial advisors can walk you through these steps and help you put together a financial plan. We do offer a 1-hour consultation for free of charge to do a tax review, estate planning review, investment planning review. So with that said, I'll look forward to working with you, and thank you again, Jeannie. We really appreciate your presentation today. You did a terrific job.
Great.
Thank you very much.
Yes,
And
thanks
thank
for
you
having me.
everybody for joining us.